as you guys can see up on the screen today, I wanted to talk a little bit about Progenity Incorporated. This is ticker symbol PROG, or as it's known around the internet, Prog. And this is a company that has, or mostly a stock that's been really talked about a ton over the last couple of months on Twitter, Reddit, different kinds of social medias, all this stuff. It's been very heavily traded. It's been a meme stock. It's been a short squeeze candidate. And it's been a stock that's been extremely volatile. A ton of people have made a ton of money off Prog. A ton of people have lost a ton of money off Prog. And it's very polarizing. Some people think it's going to the moon. Certain people have price targets of $4, $5, $8, $10. There's people out there with price targets of $1.50, $1.50. Who knows what the top or the bottom is for Prog, but there's a ton of people on both sides. Obviously, to even be a short squeeze candidate, there has to be a lot of people interested in shorting this stock. That's big players at hand, people with a ton of money who want to see this company fail, who want to see the stock continue to fall. And then obviously, kind of retail traders and people on Reddit and some big players as well, hoping to see things go around in the other direction. But for a while, things were going pretty good. When you look at the 6-month chart, we got as low as 67 cents, 52-week low 66 cents around August on Prog. And since then, we got as high as almost 700%, 625% gains over the course of a couple of months. This thing was roaring back. This obviously you can see why it was heavily shorted. It was just kind of getting beat down. But eventually, people were able to turn things around, whether it was a short squeeze, whether it was buying the dip, whether it was a reversal, whether it was a bottom, whatever. Stocks go up and down. That's just what they do. But again, more recently, over the past month, Prog is down 34%, and this thing has burned a ton of people who have been very faithful, very loyal, and really believed in the stock. There's a ton of people who, were buying around $3, $4, $5, again, as they expected it to go to 6, 7, 8, 10, whatever number they had in mind. And again, just another really bad day for Prog, down 13%, another 1.27% after hours. A lot of people are getting beat down right now. Now, on one hand, you can say when you look around at the broader market as a whole, the S&P was down today, the Dow was down today, the NASDAQ got killed today, the Russell was down today. The last couple of weeks and even the last month has been bad for a lot of stocks. There's been a lot of things getting killed. Even very good companies. There have been some of the biggest and best companies in the world not having the greatest last couple of weeks. So, a company that isn't as good, like Prog, is, maybe going to suffer a little bit more. But there's people saying, like, hey, just wait for the whole market to turn around. Once everything starts humming, once everything starts going good, once people stop tax loss harvesting, whether after we get into 2022, after, this all blows over, and the market turns around, Prog is going to come roaring back. And yeah, that could be, but when things turn down, you never know how long the market and stocks in general are going to stay down. People are going to tend to either hold cash or hold in some safer, better, higher quality companies and stocks. Not necessarily a company that, isn't profitable, had a net income of negative $43 million in their last earnings report, and is posting revenues of not even $200,000. And then once things turn around, it's going to be those companies, those good companies that go up first. Usually that's kind of generally how things go, and then the money kind of trickles down, and once those big good companies kind of have their run, then maybe you see some secondary or even tertiary runs from some other companies like a Progenity or something like that. So I think right now is a very scary time to be a Prog investor, and I don't think that's a hot take. Obviously that is what a lot of investors and what a lot of people in the market are feeling. That's how you get something to be down 34% in a month. That's how you get something to be down 35 almost percent in a week. That's just, obviously it sucks to see people losing money. It sucks to see people losing on things, especially people who have been so hyped up and excited, and people who really, thought they were going to be, seeing some massive gains or chasing something crazy or being part of a big movement or whatever. We've been checking in on the short squeeze subreddit a lot, and a couple weeks ago when I was making videos, the front page, all you would see was Prog. You would see, if there was 10 posts on the front page, like 8 or 9 of them would be Prog. It's all everyone was talking about on the short squeeze subreddit. Again, this isn't the biggest subreddit in the world. This isn't Wall Street Bets. This isn't, a massive stock market subreddit or anything like that. But They have 95,000 members. They have 10,000 active members online right now. And this is, after hours on a Friday. This is practically a weekend when no one's really checking things out. During the day, this is a hot place to be. And this is where a lot of people, come for DD, come for ideas, come for memes, come to find the new hot stock to get behind. But recently, there has not been much Prog love. Out of the top 10 posts right now, you're just not going to see much Prog, if any at all. You see a lot of LGVN, CFVI, you see some PPSI, CFVI again, LGVN, PPSI, and there's just one single Prog post, and that one Prog post is actually kind of a little bit depressing, a little bit hilarious, but I think tells the story very, very well. Anyone still holding Prog? I mean, that is as much talk as you're getting about Prog right now. Like, not only over the last week, I saw a lot of posts about people just shitting on Prog, talking about how Prog sucks, how they're getting out of it, how, everyone who invested in it is an idiot, or how, they got lied to, or how Prog is diluting them, or, yada, 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 whatever. There's been a million different reasons why Prog has been killed over the last couple of weeks and months, and why things have kind of gone bad so fast. And yeah, people, took the time to say how bad it was, how stupid it was, how whatever, they got robbed, or how bad they felt. And now we're even past that stage. People aren't, there's not even negative posts about Prog anymore. There's one single post in the top 10 about Prog, and it's just, is anyone holding this? It's like, does anyone even remember this stock? Does anyone remember this company? We're past the point of them even saying anything bad about it. They're just not talking about it at all, and that's maybe worse. Just being forgotten about, that's just going to be a stock that is not going to be traded, is not going to be bought. It's going to slowly probably, die off, if I had to guess, unless some things really, really turn around as far as their, business model, revenue, earnings, something crazy like that. And I know that Prog has been coming out with some stories. They are trying to get investors excited. They do have, some potential future prospects and stuff like that. But again, on their earnings, as far as the company and as a whole, they're still not really showing it. A lot of these gains haven't made a ton of sense. And Prog is definitely at a turning point right now, again, because as you continue to burn people, as people continue to throw money into you and lose money, like the top comment here is like this guy, he says, I sold at 610 for a metric fuck ton of money. Like, hey, shout out to you. That's awesome. I don't know what the 52 week high is 786. So if you sold at 610, you made out pretty damn well, especially now the company's sitting at 236. He says he thought he bought the dip for the next run at 440, and he's still holding. I was up, and now I'm way, way down. So that sucks. I mean, he made some money and then kind of gave it all back. But, this is, people throwing a lot of money in at 440, and obviously, that money's almost been cut at half at this point. This guy says he's in at 389. He looks like he has five figure shares in at 389. He's not in it for the squeeze, rather for the medium to long term. And yeah, if you're in it for the medium to long term, this probably doesn't matter as much to you. This isn't great to see, but if you're looking at, a 2, 3, 5, 10-year time horizon, what happens in a single day, a single week, a single month doesn't really matter. And if you really do believe in this company for the long run, then maybe it's a good time to buy it on sale. Maybe it's a good time to, get a deal on this stock. Maybe, you're a lot more excited about loading up on shares at 236 than you are at, $8 or whatever we were at before. But if you were looking to make a short-term quick buck, if you were looking for that short squeeze, if you were looking to get in and out of this thing, within a week, within a month or whatever, obviously it's a very, very dangerous game to play. And maybe the game's not over yet, but it looks like we're getting towards the tail end of the insanity of the fun for Progenity stock. And yeah, just kind of disappointing, kind of sad. Hopefully none of you guys got burnt too bad, but that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about PROG. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.